Okay, I think I'm probably going to finish today. I'm not sure how far, if at all, I'm going to get into. I might try to start a run, but I kind of want to stop playing when at the end of a run, so that I can relabel it as a test run for the rest of the achievements. I don't think there's a secret ending here. I think you can get all the endings under normal mode. Okay, let's get through this. And I immediately forget where I'm supposed to be going. So, what confuses me is that I think the monsters still respawn after you notice that the... Oh wait, that's right. We need to get the thing out of the fridge. I completely forgot about that. I can't remember if the monsters continue. I need to listen to the music every time I go in somewhere. If the... Finally, I'm gonna finally finish this thought. If the monsters respawn after Wildburger is dead... She's exactly where I need to be. Medallion made from frozen blood. Even though the label on that blood pack said it was imitation blood. There's a lot of inconsistencies. Like the card we got is supposedly Bertram's. But it labels it as something else. Like it says, like, look. William Wildburger's employer ID card. It says Bertram. I think Bertram was his father. I don't know if the ID card is just a reuse. It looks heavily used, but this is something that I would expect have been issued in the 90s. So again, it's it's chronologically consistent. Also, the monsters appear to stop spawning after Wildburger dies. This bathroom is certainly decrepit. Things trying to stop us from going there. I can't remember which one is the I think we're supposed to go to the other place first. You should not have entered here. I'm preparing to start a new adventure. I wish only to find what every ambitious man looks for, escape poverty. I'm going to guess that's gold. And this is probably another thing that I'm going to have to write down. I remember this is the puzzle that gave me the most problems. Most positive it's gold. I've fallen into the sea and never learned to swim. I am 3 feet under the water. My only wish is to have that which we've had all our lives. For now, its absence will kill me. It's underwater. Oh, that was wrong. It's 1 candle. Nothing? Whoops. Okay, next part of the story. I was rescued by a crew of sailors, but we are lost. I long to follow the light of the stars of the Ursa Minor constellation in the sky. I think that's north. I think I was right. 3 more. Serious storm sank the boat. I will soon be fully underwater. In these desperate moments, I focus only on finding something that will keep me afloat. Wood? I am floating low adrift in the open sea. I gaze at the horizon, hoping to catch a glimpse of the seagulls flying in the sky. Earth? Watch me mess up. I woke on a deserted island. The night draws close, but there is something that I must do before darkness falls and the cold pierces my bones. Fire. Days have passed and I see no sign of boats on the horizon. I will die here, I am sure of that. Before I close my eyes, I wish to look towards the setting sun on the horizon once more. I like how it's O. They couldn't have changed the texture when they localized the game. Towards the setting sun on the horizon, so in the west. I have no idea why that gave me so much difficulty to... Oh. Hi. Oh, that went by great. I couldn't have asked for better. What's in here? Nothing. I can't go in there. Ooh, this one's, I have very little ammo. A syringe filled with blue liquid. Reports about the Tsmoot tribe. The Tsmoot was an Aboriginal tribe discovered in the late 15th century on the islands west of Canada. By whom? They engaged mainly in fishing. It is particularly striking that, unlike other Aboriginal tribes of the time, the Tsmoot carried out sacrificial rituals similar to those of the Mayans or Aztecs. According to the first explorer sent by John Cabot, the locals sacrificed two brothers, twins, to offer their blood to the underground god who, according to legend, would be reborn and bring duality back to the world. I have doubts about 15th century. (1497), okay, yeah, so it was very late 15th century, but he did do it. Okay, I thought it was a little bit later. I thought the main explorations didn't start happening until the 16th century, but I think they reached Japan in the... No, I think they reached the North America before they reached Japan. If you don't think about the Vikings reaching Newfoundland or Vinland. 15th of September 1978. The twins are 8 years old. They run around the place, and the patients and the hospital staff pamper them excessively. Our members are getting restless. They believe it is time to use the girls for sacrifice. Until now, I've been able to ease them by suggesting a date for the ritual. 29th November 1979. Today, Anna and Emma gave me a pair of slippers they made. It appears Anna made one and Emma the other. That would explain why they are different sizes, but they are comfortable nonetheless. The date of the sacrifice draws near. I cannot sleep. Buddy, you don't have to do the insane shit. I like how there's a can of soda there. Like he was pondering the return of the Dark God, and he was just sipping a Dr. Pepper. Lovely. I'm going to go back into the decrepit restroom. And record my life. This game is very... I'm starting to notice second time around, this game is very is very forgiving with reels. We're going into the mausoleum, we have everything we need. Great. I don't think the game ever adequately explains what that's about. Podium, someone must have breached from here. Ammo do I have? Look how that still animates. We'll find them. And he decides that he's going to bleed out. January 23rd, 1932. Why have they taken me away from what I love the most? Are they testing my determination? The roads to salvation are full of thorns. I have always known that, but I did not expect one of them to pierce through my heart so cruelly. Your death gives me more strength to carry on with my mission. I will see you again soon, Christina. 12th of April, 1946. So many souls have been sacrificed. For some reason I feel no guilt or remorse. It's because you're a psychopath. I am convinced that our sacred mission is the most important thing right now, and in the end everything will have been worth it. Tonight we offer the blood of the twins we kidnapped from town. The egg continues to develop correctly, however. As it grows, it radiates more and more energy as a moment of its arrival gets closer. For us impure beings, the radiation is harmful. We have seen cases of members having burns on their skin. I have created a special plasma to treat them after rituals. That will help. I hope the hazmat suits protect us for a little longer. Great, so this, okay, that explains the radiation. I think I missed that the first time. Disappear. Suffixes. Some sort of heart is placed on a cross. It doesn't look like a painting. Is this a photograph? Be able to tell. hear you. Apparently that doesn't work anymore. Oh, that was a bad idea. This game is messed up. Apparently it was still registering even though I was firing in the wrong direction, which is interesting. Is it really 4? I'm not sure, but it might be. Puzzle. Carving on the golden plate reads, "The beautiful archangel subtly lifted his finger. A golden shine from his ring almost blinded me, and suddenly the gates of hell were wide open only for me." Let's explore some more. I need as much equipment as possible. I think that's it. I don't think... Yeah, I think that's all it's going to give me. I hear one of those things, even though I don't want to hear it. If you walk slowly, it can't hear you. It also appears to be blind. That was brave. August 16th, 1969. Members of the sect are getting restless. We have fewer twin babies to offer, and their attempts to force their conception in the test subjects have wholly failed. We have only managed to get defective specimens, Siamese fetuses that are so misshapen that they are incapable of surviving long after the caesarean section. If this continues, I will lose my position as High Priest of the Polish sect. I am afraid that without my leadership, the other members will grow bolder. This might raise suspicions about our cult. Perform medical procedures in a place like this. These people are kind of crazy. Child's diary. Sometimes I dream at night. In my dreams, the wind dances with the smell of flowers and caresses my face. In the afternoon sun paints the clouds behind the mountains in sepia and lilac tones. My heart fills with joy. I'm standing on a beautiful balcony full of plants and flowers, all of them full of life. I go back inside the room and see the wall covered with gorgeous green wallpaper. The place smells wonderfully of lavender. There is a big mirror in front of me. I go to it slowly, unable to resist the curiosity, and my reflection appears on the glass. That's me, but not exactly. The person in the reflection has clean and treated hair. Her smooth skin glows with a slight tan. Her lips are as red as ripe fruit. I admire her for a few moments with nothing but envy, and suddenly my chest tightens. Rage poisons my blood, and my eyes turn red, and giving in to the murder instinct, I hurl myself to the neck of that person. That person so similar to me, but whose confused eyes betray her as an impostor. I feel the pressure of the blood on her carotid artery through my fingers. Her mouth tries to articulate a word, but I push even harder. I'm afraid of what she might say, so I push some more. I wake up in the dark, soaking in sweat. The sound of sewer water and the air currents make me realize that I'm in my room, but the lavender smell carries on, floating a few moments until it escapes completely through the bars. I know he's in there, but I have to check something else. Well, now we know where that door goes. This is a great pose for you, Caroline. I hear another one somewhere. Reach it. Sewer storage room. Huh. 27 November of 1994. Grandfather Noah came to my prison with a revolver in his hand. When I turned to him, he stepped back but kept the gun level. "You're alive," he said, surprised. "After all these years, you're alive." I was stunned. It was him, really him. The man who had imprisoned me and left me forgotten all these years. I wanted to throw myself at him, but he had the gun pointed at me, and I knew better than anyone the terrible physical condition my imprisonment had put me in. "This is very unfortunate. A sign of God," he continued. "Or this is very fortunate. I will finally have the Wildberger twins together. Once Anna arrives, I will finally open the vaults and gain access to the temple. Just a little longer, my child, just a little longer." After that, he walked out without turning back. I followed him to the exit, but as expected, he had locked it. This is the last thing I will write. I have been a prisoner down here all these years, but if he thinks he has control over my destiny, he is wrong. To open the temple entrance, he needs a set of twins to offer themselves to retina scanners. He needs the two of us, Emma and me. He will not use my eyes. I will stop this. The blade is red hot. I have to do this. Emma, if you ever read this, do all you can to survive. Live a normal life, forget about me, and if you see Father, do not tell him that I was locked down here all these years. What I'm about to do to myself, I do not want him to see me like that. Let this be my last decision. The final decision I made for myself. Someone was living here. Emma, don't come to the vault. Save yourself from hell. And she has that thing spinning in her room at all times. Two 28436. Broken, I can't move it. Do this again.
What? Is this my room? But this is hundreds of miles away from the mansion. How can this be possible?
My diary. It happened again last night. I had that nightmare, the one where I fall into the void, squeeze my eyes tight, and an icy cold hits my back. When I finally open my eyes, I see dirty water running through the channels and pipes leading down endless tunnels with arched ceilings. I see shadowy human silhouettes and misshapen heads projected onto moldy walls. A man in a radioactive suit grabs my arm and, with a guttural roar, yells, "Let the ritual begin!" I wake up drenched in a fetid sweat, take the sheets off my body and put my feet on the floor only to discover that it too is wet. I turn on the lamp to find a room not my own. The walls are dirty and the window that faces the street now the mouth of a dark tunnel where sewage flows. I get up numb. A stream of putrid cold air hits me, and when I look at my reflection in the mirror, I see myself but dressed in rags. My hair dirty and matted, confused and scared. It is me, or so it seems, but there is something in her eyes that I do not recognize. The person on the other side of the mirror stretches out her arms and grabs me by the neck. "You left us here!" I wake up back in my room. The light from the street lamps enters through the window, silhouetting the leaves of the plants. I slowly remove my hands from my neck, and the TV turns on. I pinch myself to make sure that this time I am awake. The dial turns to the right and the times to the left. The TV showing seemingly random images, but always the same. Why do you have these creepy-ass dolls? Closet. I don't feel like changing right now. I'll leave until I learn more about the girls from the photo. I guess we will find that later.
I found a little room in the sewers. I can't help but feel that this is the place I've seen in my darkest nightmares. The stench, the cold, the dirt. The wet. It all resembles the horrible nightmares I've been having lately. The mirror in this room takes me to my actual room, miles away from the hospital. I looked out the big window in my room and had to gather all my willpower not to shatter the mirror behind me, open the window, and jump out into the yard. Something inside me knows that this is where I should be. I have to help those girls. One of them is in the sewers. I need to find a way to help them.
Caroline was probably not one of the smarter ones. Reached that. Can't go into the dirty sewer water. For obvious reasons. Around. A young child's diary. Looks great. A young child's doodles drawn in blood. How? Rotten corpses are scattered all over. They were submerged under the water the whole time. Yeah, there's a lot. Television dial. Place something in front of the scanner. Take a guess as to what it is. Seriously, how did those things move down? I like the jankiness, but there's such a thing as too much jankiness. So that TV dial was just floating on was just sitting on a barrel floating in sewage, huh? Okay, I'll buy it. Anything special about it? Nope, just a TV though. A really nice one too. Hold on. Let's turn that off. Curious. No, I can't take it off. Hmm. I think it's just simple as I need to find the dial. Still hear water even though it was pumped out. Why did it throw me out here? Go here. Nothing here. Okay. Nothing. I wonder if there's something else I can use in place. Or if I do have to find the volt dial. Around here somewhere. Well, really, the only lead we have is the game trying to eject us back out into Wildburger's office. Not right now because she's running around. I'm pretty good at checking out everything on my way, so. Don't believe I could have missed anything. Too dark to see anything. To look through the area again. Everything I needed from there. Meeting chambers, but there wasn't that much here. Weird crosses. Oh. For years I cursed my destiny. I always thought my birthright had been stolen from me when my twin brother didn't survive labor. I hated my mother, I hated the doctors, I hated myself the most. We were supposed to tribute our sacred blood to the gods. The sect won't sacrifice a single child. They require twin brothers, or our god will be unable to grow. Now I understand. My role in our god's rebirth is not to give blood, but lead the Apollo sect into his sacred destiny. Okay. Oh, I missed that the first time. Some of these, some of the puzzles are a little bit contrived, but I think I just completely missed it or forgot it somewhere. Although I'm pretty good at searching, so I figured that I probably didn't miss it. No question, it's possible. It's just I have nowhere else to go. Also, she should probably be wearing a gas mask walking around in a place like this. Pumping stations. Here, nothing here. That's the way out to Wild Burger's office. Just to get the TV dial. I mean, knowing this game, the vault knob is probably in my room. That is Caroline's room. Do I have a map of this place? Nope. Don't know why I expected to.
Emma, don't come to the vault. Save yourself from hell. It's a warning for Emma, one of the missing twins. It may be possible that one of the girls is inside the vault. I must find a way to get in.
I think one of the diaries had a picture. I do have those dolls. In the interest of time, I think I just missed it, and it's gonna be a while if I don't want to just search the entire mansion. I think I just missed it somewhere in the back. I'm gonna look at hints. Hmm. Apparently this is not even supposed to be a thing. I think I just missed it somewhere. I actually remember seeing this, seeing this, this guide a long time ago. Ah, you know what? I'm actually stupid. I'm I'm thinking too far ahead. I try to outsmart myself is the problem. There we go. Nothing else to do here. I need a new TV. Necklace combining the sun and moon. I swear, I overthink things too much. The journal even said it. It's like sometimes the dial turns right, sometimes the dial turns left. I mean, it freaking tells you what's happening. Come on. Sometimes you just have to use your brain just a little bit. Not a lot, just a little bit. I don't even know why I thought that was the code the first time.
Oh, my head. Oh. Oh, my head. What is this? I know this song. I know it. It's the song my sister and I used to listen to when we were children. My sister Anna. I remember. I am Emma, the girl who fell from the bridge 14 years ago. All this time, I've kept the traumatic memories hidden inside my head, but this song has set them free. Anna, you have been alone in the dark this whole time. I don't know if you are still there, but I promise I will do everything in my power to find you. It's time to find out what's behind the vault door in the sewers.
This old music box belonged to my mother. Its melody brought back my childhood memories from before I fell from the bridge 14 years ago. And then I had listened to this while playing together in this room. Child's Diary. 15th September 1980. Mother told us to stay away, but we didn't listen. We decided to investigate the forest next to the main garden. We were curious when we heard the hitting and screaming sounds, but I got scared and asked Emma to go back to the house. She insisted on seeing where the noises were coming from. She went ahead and I followed. Within a glade, we discovered 3 men in full-body outfits. They stood under huge rocks carved with symbols and were using hammers to hit a large red-stained bag, which seemed to writhe. One of them poured some liquid over the bag and they set it on fire. The bag started to move with more force. I got scared and snapped the twig I was holding. The men looked in our direction and pointed towards us. I took Emma by the wrist and ran. We broke through thorny bushes all the time, listening to the men's fading shouts. Finally, we made it to the mansion, but the pretty dresses Mother had made were ruined. Let's cross-reference something. Spent a lot of time playing with this dollhouse. That's all fish hook with a sharp point. I think there's supposed to be another tape, but it's not. Room. Apple. Pretty nice boombox. Used to find this too how the doll amusing, now it's just creepy. I don't know if I'm going to make it or not. Huh. That was very loud. A VHS videotape, dentist room is written on the label. And now this is blocked. And there's blood all over the place. Not you again. It's like there's a lot more blood around here than there was last time. Let's do something fun. Again, you seem so surprised. Oh, body appears to have been operated on multiple times. It doesn't even look human anymore. Doing this. I think you should know by now. What happened here right before we woke up, but yeah, there's clearly a lot of movement going on. What? My right eye, I can't believe I did that to myself. I can't believe you were so good with surgery. Yes, let's do this dentistry. This is definitely dentistry, is what we're doing here. Right, back to hell we go. She loves being there, doesn't she? I can remember how to get there. Nope, this is the wrong way. I was right the first time. I vaguely recall something very stupid happening. The first time I did this. So I'm going to save and then proceed. I can't believe I didn't get some of these puzzles. It's kind of funny. I wonder who raised her. Fishing hook with a sharp point. Why were you playing with this? My right eye attached to a fishing hook on the line. I think this would cause it to deflate. That is a massive bunker door.
Grandfather Noah? Now I remember you.
Oh God, you have your memories back. Then you remember that your stupid mother stopped me from sacrificing you and your sister. A sacrifice that could have brought back our Savior. Well, God took care of her. He made her pay for her sins.
This is all your fault. Did you kill my father too?
The radiation that comes from the sacred placenta is extremely harmful to us, impure and worthless beings. For years, Bertram and his son William after him tried to find a cure for the effects of radiation. Today, William succeeded. With this accomplished, I have no use for him anymore. May God welcome him into his realm.
You will pay for this, Noah. What have you done to my sister? Where is she?
Your sister is just another tool for me to awaken our Savior. Follow me if you want your answers.
Hey, wait! Where do you think you're going?
That is the first attempt this game has made to have anything remotely resembling what's it called? Any sort of audio enhancement, environmental audio. 15th September of 1980. Maria has escaped with the girls. I will stay at the temple, blocking the door from the inside, to keep the cult members locked in for as long as possible. 7 bullets will not protect me for long, but I will try to make each one count. William, I do not ask you to forgive me. I do not deserve it. But if one of these letters makes it to you, I want you to know that I am sorry from the bottom of my rotten soul. I am sorry for everything. Suit to keep out the radiation. I can feel someone staring at me from the inside. My ammo. We're doing pretty good. And I think that collapses behind us. Oh, right. Why is it even built this way?
I don't know what terrors I'll face below, but if Anna is there, I will find her, no matter what.
I think there's one more major puzzle left. Then there's this really insane boss fight. Sect member's diary. It's been 6 months since the damn Bertram closed the vault from the inside. I hardly recognize myself anymore. We should have been protected from radiation. We were supposed to be the chosen ones. What does it mean? Are we not worthy? Our suits have served only to delay the blood poisoning process, nothing more. Bertram promised to secure, but at this point I don't think there is any hope for me. This line of toilets here. Well, screw you. Seriously, it's a line of toilets. Try to get through this in a reasonable amount of time. A screw-on metal cap used to cover pipes. And a really nasty toilet. Something shining. Well, they're one of the few games that uses the phrase clip correctly. Maintenance crew logbook. Yesterday I tried pumping gas into a canister, but it didn't matter how much I spun the handle. Not a drop of gas came out, even though it was full. I told the boss what had happened, and he looked extremely disappointed. He grabbed 3 small handles, said, "Wait here," and left. He came back 15 minutes later with a full canister of gas. Where is the source? Closed. Open this. Let's work backwards as well. Need a cap right here. Definitely need to close that because that's a busted pipe. Open that. It would be a good idea to close that too. Okay, let's try again. So it goes here. Let's close that. Okay, so again, from here, here. It goes back there. It's kind of hard to tell. There, 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 there. There. I think I got it. I think I got it. I'm not sure, but I need a gas canister. Huh. That's where it came from. Let's see what the unguarded section had to offer. Oh, tricky, tricky. We've done it. After many failed attempts with previous test subjects, we were able to bring 2 healthy twin girls into the world. I do not know if we will be capable of repeating this feat, but this is progress. We will wait until the subject turns 10 years old for sacrifice. For now, these results have brought peace to our members. This is the busted stairs. I would not trust using these things. Pile of children's shoes. There are so many. A loose sects. Member's diary. The sacrifices have worked very well after being purified with boiling water. I feel closer to coming of the Creator with each attempt. What's the matter with you? They seem asleep for now. I want to know if these things are still alive. I think I was a little bit wrong about that. Oops. I was wrong about finishing that puzzle. I think there's a leak somewhere, which is okay. The other side where this guy is dead. Third one. Save, why not?
I'm Emma. I remember everything. I fell into the river from the bridge all these years ago. Noah is keeping my sister Anna in the underground bunker. He is the one who has engineered all of this. He has had my sister in captivity all this time. I won't let Noah hurt her any longer. This ends now.
Find that gas canister. Let's do this because why not? There's one that runs... I just need the gas canister. Terrible toilet. Out. Busted stairs. I just needed to get my bearings. How many toilets do you need, and why are they open like this? Maybe there's something else here. No, this is actually this was nothing. This was a closet. that. Was it worth going upstairs, or is it just... stairs? Ah, here it is. Oh, this is just a mass spraying system. I have a feeling that this is only one way. Okay, Bertrand's diary is complete. The day of the sacrifice has come. No one has taken the girls to the temple. I must finish getting ready to officiate the ritual. As this suit always felt so heavy over my shoulders, I need a drink. Have I finished all of the diaries? William's diary is missing several entries. Maria's is finished. The maintenance logbook is finished. Just finished Bertrand's. Child's is done. Ah, I thought I completely avoided it. I think it kind of wanted me to go here. I don't think I ever completed William's diary. It's to a door. It's so much a prison as much as it is a torture chamber. These things are tough. Got him. ancient skeletons. These people died a long time ago. These bones are fractured. What happened to these people? What do you think, Emma? Caroline, or whatever you want to be called. Gas container, that's what I needed. Must have died right here. Alusect member's diary. At first I thought that my brothers did not take off their suits because they still retained hope that they were mitigating the radiation, but now I understand. They know very well what they will find under those rotten ornaments if they took them off. Fetid rotten meat hanging from monstrous bodies. I can't take it anymore. This place is living death. I want to pray before I kill myself, but in the depths of this cursed place, not even God can come with his light. Down here exists only evil. One of them is actually waiting for us in the hall. Let's get our scan. Refill what we need to refill and leave. We just need fuel. I think once we'll go to an area with a generator on the other side. That's an important part. I wish I could see. It's clearly leaking from somewhere. So it goes here, goes here, goes up here, through here, up here, through here. It goes through here. Through here. I don't think it goes through here, so it doesn't matter. Here, back. There, through there. Here and through there. back a bit. Here, through here. Where else does it go here? So it does go here, but it also goes down here and it leaks through here. I don't... Also leaks here. It needs to go... here? Alright, let's try it. No? Okay, again. Up here. Blocked. Places it goes here is here, so it's blocked here, so I don't need to do anything. Ah, right here. I need to keep this one locked. I need to keep this one locked. Am I am I missing one? I feel like I'm missing one. Yeah, I should have visited it while I was still there. Oh, that was close. Almost kind of fell asleep there. Iron lung, they were used during the height of the polio outbreak in the 50s. They used them for here. Just left a bunch of people in them. How'd you get me? side. Was completely flooded. Maybe I had all I needed. Maybe I just need to find a different spot for it to go. Where am I? I think I have all I need, I just messed it up. I mean, is there anywhere else it can go? I mean, let's see, I can open it right here, but now it's gonna bleed out there, so I'm going to take this one off and close that. Going through here. Gonna bleed through here as well. It's actually only one place it can come from, isn't there? Doesn't work. That has to be shut. And this has to be open because it's the only one where it can come free. Shut that. Open that. Shut that, so now it has to be come from that direction. Here. Here. Hands come through here. Come through here. Who built this like this and why? Through here. Oh, it can't go through there because it will bleed, and here it'll bleed through here, no matter what. I mean, it's a pathway. Let's try this. Go through here, through here. Gonna lock that. Let's open this. Oh wait, no, because it's going. No, we closed that. Through here, everything's good so far. Go through here. Think there's any reason for this to be open. Starts again. Go through here, through here, through here. blocked. This is blocked. Through here, through here. Also going through here, that's blocked. That's blocked. Open, that's blocked. This should be okay, but let's find out. Oh, it's wrong, it's leaking from somewhere. Okay, where is it leaking from? Is it leaking from this? Okay, again, this one is necessary. Yeah, these are all necessary. Let's just close all the pipes. So that way only the necessary ones will be open. Open this one. I already lost my place through here. Open this one. Here. So, yeah, it leaks out here. It leaks out here. Crap. There's only supposed to be 3, right? Sure. Okay, yeah, there are 3. So yeah, that's not going to work. So this entire line is not going to work. Here. Let you go through there. There. Is there any way? It's sealed shut. Oh, this would take a long time. Okay, so through here, through here. It's either gonna go through here and lead to a bunch of leakage, or let's try through here. No. Locked. Locked. Leaks, 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 leaks. Okay, there's got to be another way. So that has to be closed, that has to be there. It shouldn't leak as is, so... So as is, it is just... this is just a closed circuit. Closed. If that's closed, it has to come through here. Okay. So, through here, here. If I just open this one, just leave that one open. Oh, wait, no, got it, got it. It's full. I have a quick access to where I need to go now. I think I'll have space to save. Before I go into the final area. I think. Here. All the way to the bottom. Well, I'm glad the it still works. Also glad the float still works. What was here? Surprised these rubber hoses haven't completely disintegrated. But I guess if they were underwater, it probably is safe from dry rot. We're making a massive bet that that pump isn't going to fail. Sect member's diary. 27 May 1981. Now I see it clearly. Noah lied to us. It was all a lie. He promised to take us away from our tormented lives. He told us that the gods had laid out a sacred path for us. All lies. The thing we call the god is nothing but evil and the source of the nameless things that creep around here in the dark.
My dear granddaughter, you finally reunite with your sister.
Noah.
You survived the fall from the old bridge. This is a divine sign, a true miracle. God tested my faith, and now that I've been found worthy, you have been brought back to me.
What is your role in all of this?
What do you think?
My role? I orchestrated all of it. 14 years ago, I made a mistake that I have regretted every single day. This time, I won't let you escape. I have you just where I want you.
What the hell are you talking about?
It is finally time for the ritual. With your and your sister's blood, we will finally witness the birth of our Savior. It is endless grace. He will make me the new Pope, the Supreme Pontiff. Every conceited prick in the Vatican will rot in this stinging town.
You are insane. You killed my dad, and because of you, your own daughter and my sister Anna have been poisoned by that damned radiation. What kind of monster are you?
A monster? You call me a monster? I was willing to sacrifice everything I loved in the name of the Creator. He will be born again to purify the earth of these unholy souls. Only the true heirs of the kingdom of God will prevail and create a new world. After what your sister did to her eyes, I thought we would never be able to open the vault again. You two are the last remaining twins with the sacred blood. I must thank you for giving me access to this place. I could not have done it by myself, but you, to take one of your eyes out, that was absolutely genius.
I won't let you use my sister and me for your sinister purposes.
There is nothing you can do to stop it. We are the Pollux sect,
Oh, so it's
descendants of
Pollux.
the ones that brought light and darkness. We are the heirs chosen to reign above every being that walks this earth.
You are insane.
I agree.
This time, there's no bridge to jump from. Rejoice! You are about to fulfill your sacred destiny. There's no running away.
I don't plan to run away. I'm coming for you.
Get her! Prepare the twins for the blood offering.
That's not what we're going to be using. And I'm out. I think the shotgun is tougher. That's one. That's two. And that's really strange. Cross-shaped key with a handle. I guess you could say that maybe them every time one of them fell, it loosened the stone. That's still really strange. I can't remember how to go after the final boss I have left. Oh, I actually have a shitload left. Or this. By the way, more nudity incoming. Now, why that is there, we'll never really know. I'm sorry, Anna. For years you were trapped here all alone. Now you can finally rest in peace. I'm going to finish this. Noah won't be hurting anyone for much longer, I promise. An old bolt cutter. It's a little rusty, but should work just fine. Ah, so peaceful around all these corpses. Nothing to say? Well, I guess she already made her speech. Who engineered this? And why? Slaughter room. Shouldn't we be succumbing to radiation poisoning?
So, you killed those fools? They were not worthy of the Polex sect after all.
That's like the third way you pronounce that.
This is over, Noah. Your gruesome dream ends here. Without the blood of the twins, you won't be able to bring that thing back to life.
I have waited so long to revive our savior. I will show you that my faith has no limit.
That's not going to happen.
Oh, my child, if only you had faith.
That's a lot of blood. He just leaked out 2 gallons of blood. Hold on, I think this actually does a better job. Hold on. I think there's a trick to it. Hold on, I'll figure it out. Ow. I know that's I'm supposed to do something with those things, but I can't remember what. And his body is gone somehow. Ooh. I think there's something else I'm supposed to do, but I can't remember. Come on, Caroline, move faster. Yeah, I think there's supposed to be something else. It's just... Let me just make sure. Oh, I'm supposed to... Okay, I see. I'm dumb. So you are actually supposed to shoot the boss, which is funny. Oh, that's really unfortunate. I guess if you run out of ammo, that sucks to be you. Let's try this again. And somehow that happens. Again, I don't know why I didn't think about shooting this thing first. I feel like that's 2 tracks playing at once. Well, I have a ton of nails. Shoot at me. At least this puzzle is forgiving. I think that's it.
It's over, Noah. How many girls were sacrificed for that thing? Those bastards won't hurt anyone ever again.
Does she have anything to say about this? Where did Noah's body go? There's a bit of a hint about how this game lets you do wander around a little bit. Very specific reason why it lets you do this. These things still active. Imagine going through all that and being taken out by these things. One more thing we need to do.
I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Well, fine then, I won't cut you out.
Anna, I came back for you.
You cut the chain.
I told you I would get you out of here. Now, we need to escape to a safer time.
A time?
I mean, a place where we are safe.
I don't know if I should trust you. Besides, I have to find Mother. Those men took her.
I understand you want to find her, but those men in hazmat suits will be back if we don't leave right now. We don't have anything to fight them with. It would be better to go to town and get help. Then we can rescue your mother.
Do you promise we'll be back for my mother?
I promise, but you must trust me.
Okay. What happened here? Everything is completely different. I don't recognize the main hall at all. Something strange is happening. I feel as if I don't belong here. I can't explain it.
I will explain in due time. What's important right now is us getting out of here. Do you...
I think I can trust you, miss.
You don't need to call me Miss. Just call me Caroline.
Okay, Miss Caroline. I'm sorry. I mean, Caroline.
That's better. I know all of this is strange, but I will explain everything.
Yes.
Anna, I'm aware that my actions were wrong. Once you find out the truth, I hope you can forgive me. Anna.
So yeah, both Hollow Body in this game are a little bit confusing. I think at the end of this voiceover, Caroline, JT, Samantha Flowers, and Leo Williams. I guess those were the only voices. I wonder why Caroline's voice actor only wanted to be identified by initials. She does sound familiar. This game really feels like something that would have been made in large amounts. I remember games like this being made. It's just the art style and everything. Like Experiment 487, I think, or 137, I can't remember. Had a similar art style and similar flow and puzzles. And I think that came out in 2007 or 2008. I really can't remember. So it's kind of weird how these games like this that used to be fairly common low budget titles about 10 years ago or so. Of course, it's made in Unity Engine. You can make a lot in Unity Engine. If you want something that's oh, it's made in Chile. I thought it was made in Spain for some reason. Let's see the results. 74 enemies. And there's a little hit. Look at the picture 3 times, then walk around the head 5 times. Books completed. Ending adoption. Ranking plus 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 plus. Sorry, plus 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 plus. So that's it for that. So next time I'm going to do probably I'm going to try to get through this game in under 3 hours. Actually, I don't think I ever hold on. I don't think I ever completed Wildburger's diary. Look at the achievements. Huh, I did. Well, if that's the case, then let's see, what is the continue playing to unlock this achievement? I think you can see them if you compare them globally. You can't compare them globally, oddly enough. Okay. So, sorry. I think I have remorse. Serial killer, kill 40 enemies. Remorse. Kill an enemy using a trap. I did that at some point, I'm surprised. Loop, escape the inventor room, complete without saving, start the generator, reattach a limb, kill 20 enemies, create a shotgun, escape with Anna, escape from the bathroom. Do I have Master Key? I think I finished all of them. I don't think you can finish the game without completing it. Untouchable. Complete you. This is one of the ones that I haven't finished yet. Untouchable. Suffering. I got Suffering. Love. Sacrifice. Again, impossible to finish the game without it, mind. Activate the door in the operation area. Its name doesn't really make any sense. Redemption. Anxiety. Yeah, anxiety is the one I don't have. Registry. Death. Yeah, I think death is the is that secret one. You just let yourself die. I mean, we can do this now. And that will be my final action. And I will be right back, and then I will complete this. Sorry about that. You can just basically pick any dark spot and let the shadows consume you. So, for instance, I mean, I hate to end this. Can you shut this off? I guess not.
A letter for me.
We'll just... go through this real quick. Fortunately, you can skip the cutscenes completely here. it's before. Surprised we didn't get a lot of use from this. Opened it too much. She looks weird when she's not holding anything in her hand. Basically, just go to any dark spot and that's it. Like, you just slowly go insane. It's kind of a rough ending, but I think that's the only one I didn't get. Yeah, let the shadows consume you. Anyway, I'll start the, let's see what I have to do. I have to complete the game without saving, complete the game in under 3 hours, and complete the game without using any health items, which means, which is going to be kind of tough in some places, but I'll do a dry run first. Maybe I'll get it, but I doubt it. We'll see. Because that first that area that leads from the that place where the maternity ward is, going into the main hall on the first floor, you're going to be attacked by 2 enemies, and it's going to be very hard holding them off at the corner with a nail gun without using any health items. But I guess I don't have to do all of these at once, and supposedly there's a... Well, not supposedly, I know there is. I never used it, but there is a gun that when I play start this tomorrow, there's going to be a gun that becomes available that is going to make all of it a lot easier. Anyway, that's it for now.